Hello, happy Labor Day. My name is Sally Gimmon, and I'm the owner of the TrustIsYou.com and a podcast called Stop Paying Capital Gains Now with an exclamation mark. The reason I do these talks is because so few people know about the Spendthrift Trust. I want people to know in the United States how they can save federal taxes legally. The Spendthrift Trust is legal, patented, in the IRS Tax Code 643B, like Bravo. Most people do not know that the IRS Tax Code was only established in 1913 and it was supposed to be a temporary tax for 6 years. So the rich baron families, like the Rockefellers, the DuPonts, the Carnegies, and the Firestones, back in 1913, made sure the IRS Tax Code would let them keep saving as much as they can in federal taxes. I found out about this in my real estate group. One of the instructors in my real estate group, Garrett Gunderson, wrote a book called What the Rockefellers Do. He had to change the title. It's now called What Billionaires Do. But back in July of 2020, I took down the deal of the week. It was a bank-owned reverse mortgage. Unfortunately, the woman had passed away. Banks can't keep their real estate. So I've done that many times. But it was July of 2020 in the middle of COVID. So I paid $20,000 for that piece of property, and I had to wait 13 months for it to finally go to auction when the courts opened again. I was told when I paid the $20,000, I would make $50,000. Yay, Sally! I'm going to make $30,000 in that spread. Easy peasy. Who doesn't want to make money like that? I knew my tax rates at that time. Were at 24%. So I was going to pay over $7,180 on that $30,000. I had time. I had 13 months to figure this out. I used the book, my background. I had 20 years of real estate, 20 years insurance agent. But before that, I was competitive intelligence with Goodyear Tire and Rubber, and with Monster.com. I started researching things. I found a private law firm that has the patent on this trust. It's the Benson Financial Trust. It has stood for over 71 years. And I became their client. And then I said I want to start selling this. I started teaching in a mastermind in my real estate group, September 2020, called Save Federal Taxes. Now, I'm going to go over this. There's 4 trusts I'm going to talk about very quickly. The first trust is a business trust. I can say legally, you're going to save at least 70% on your federal taxes year after year after year. My clients are saving between 90 to 95% every single year, and they love it. Just to give you an example, this is going to be an actual client of mine. Love his pizza. He has White Pizza. It's a New York-style pizzeria here in the Charlotte area. I was in the restaurant talking with a friend of mine. We were talking about what was going on. He was hearing the conversation, and when we got to leave, he said, "Excuse me, can I have your business card?" I sat down at the pizzeria a few weeks later to talk to him and his wife. They make about $15,000 every month in profits, 1099 income. They're at 22% tax rate because they file jointly. There's 7 different layers, 10% to 37%, 7 different layers, and 4 different ways to file your taxes. Single, head of household, filing jointly, or filing separately. So I do have to have a tax conversation with you. So what's going to happen? They started doing that. They're going to be paying over $30,000 to $215,000. The 70% is going to save them at least $20,150. Hopefully they're going to save more than that, but so they're going to save that. The first year, they broke almost even. The second year, 2023, they're just saving that money. So they have 2 pizzerias. In 2024, they're going to open a 3rd pizzeria. And in 2025, they're going to open a 4th pizzeria. They have 2 children, 2 sons who work for them. Each one's going to have a different one. And when Roberto and his wife retire in 2033, they're going to leave 2 pizzerias to 1 child and 2 pizzerias to another child. No inheritance tax, and they're going to save 1099 income just like the parents are doing. Beautiful thing. That's the business trust. You're going to save 1099 income year after year, generation after generation. The beneficial trust is for investors. I don't care what kind of investor you are. You might be a passive investor, a real estate investor, a crypto miner. You might be in the stock market. You might be doing options trading, binary trading. You might be a day trader, a forex trader. You might have royalties. Unfortunately, I'm not bringing anybody live because last time I did that, they were naked. So you're going to save the following taxes. You're save short-term capital gains, long-term capital gains, interest income, dividend income, rental income, and royalty income. Now, most people with rental income say, I can take depreciation. Please do. I'm not stopping you. You'll still be able to do that with the Spendthrift Trust. But again, you're going to save from paying any judgments. What if one of your renter's dog gets out and bites the mailman? They were going to come after you because you own the place, not the person who's renting it, and that now you don't have to pay any judgments. Going back to my little house in Rocky Mount, North Carolina, I paid $20,000 for that house. I went to auction August 28th, 2021, started at $50,000 and went up to over $64,000. Yay, Sally! I made over $44,000 on that one transaction. Even better, I saved $10,580 in short-term capital gains. Hence the name of my podcast, Stop Paying Capital Gains Now, with an exclamation mark. So far, between the business trust and the beneficial trust, I have saved, not trying to crow, I have saved over $177,000 in federal taxes in 3 years. If I can do this, you can do this. Now, the third trust we're going to talk about is the charitable trust. You don't need this if you don't have a charity, but I do have this trust. My nonprofit, LearnWithSallyMarie.com. I'm teaching people how to get out of debt, and I now have a Google Grant ad. I'm getting $10,000 per month or $120,000 per year to advertise LearnWithSallyMarie.com. Beautiful thing. And then the fourth trust is for people who are over 65. This is called IRMA. This is something that happens every October. So October 2023, the IRS is going to go back to 2021 taxes. They're going to look at the 1040 taxes and see if anyone's made, somebody on Medicare is making more than $91,000. If they are, they're going to have to pay more for their Part B Medicare. Part A is your hospital stay. Part B is your doctors and your tests. Well, the wonderful thing about the Spendthrift Trust, I don't care if you have the business trust, you have the beneficial trust, you have the charitable trust, or you have the senior trust. You're going to file a 1041 tax return, and we have an entire team behind me that's going to help you figure this all out and work with this to save taxes year after year, generation after generation. The only difference with the senior trust, I want to tell this up front, is a blind trust. The senior has no idea what's happening. Somebody else is going to be the trustee. So if they're selling their house and have to get into assisted living, they'll have that money tax-free. Again, my name is Sally Gimmon. I own thetrustisyou.com. The Spendthrift Trust is legal, patented, in the IRS Tax Code 643B, like Bravo. The Rockefellers, the DuPonts, the Carnegies, and U.S. presidents have this trust. If your CPA or financial advisor tells you I'm lying, a recommendation, it is a textbook. It is called Scott and Asher on Trust, 5th edition. Asher spelled A-S-C-H-E-R. This is what trust attorneys study in law school. Just to give you an idea, only 3% of all attorneys are trust attorneys. With the law firm I work for, they have 3 trust attorneys who are there to answer your questions and help you on this. So if you want to save 1099 income, if you want to stop paying capital gains, interest income, dividend income, rental income, and royalties, please make an appointment at Learn with Sally. Oops, I'm giving you the wrong website. Learn with Sally Marie is my nonprofit. My website is thetrustisyou.com. Woo! It's the Labor Day weekend, and I haven't even started drinking yet. So I hope you all have a beautiful Labor Day, and I hope I can help you save federal taxes year after year, generation after generation. Again, one more time, thetrustisyou.com. Take care. Have a beautiful Labor Day. Bye-bye.